I was in a long-term supervision group with Chris Mathna in Philadelphia. And she took the training. I guess she met Dick, and she took the training, and she came back and said, this would be so complementary to the work that we're doing. We were in an Imago relationship supervision group. And I just kind of blew her off, so she went off and did that training. And the following year, she came back and she said, you really need to do this. You need to do this. I'm going to be a program assistant. Come and do it. We were in Philadelphia. It was in Connecticut. And knowing nothing and not being able to understand a word that she was saying about it. I said, oh, okay, I need some CEUs. I'll go. And so I went sight unseen and knew nothing. Had never met Dick. Didn't know anything about IFS. And took the training and actually struggled quite a bit because it was such a right turn from the kind of work that I was doing that was more psychodynamically oriented. And then one day something happened. How I've described it to myself is my head sort of opened up and I deeply understood the concepts and went from there. And it did very profoundly change my work and enhance my work in a lot of different ways. One hope that I have is that people receive a very high quality level of clinical training that helps them achieve a level of competence where they can operationalize it, take it back to their offices or wherever they're using the model and apply it. So I hope for that for them. I also hope that, I think it's a very brilliantly designed training that both offers people a learning environment where they're learning to apply the model, but they're also learning to apply it for themselves. So I hope for that people have transformational experience by learning about their own inner system, their own inner world. One time I had to write a bio, I think actually for the website, and so I asked somebody once what they would say about me as a trainer, and the 3 words that they came up with were respectful, empowering, compassionate, and I like that. I like those words about me, and I think it's probably true. I think that I pay very close attention to different learning styles so that my trainings are a mix of experiential and didactic and process because of what we know about adult learners. I had a difficult time in my level 1 training, and so I think that I pay a very, very close attention to that there are many different kinds of needs in the room and that there is a way, again, for safety. So I guess that's another thing that I would say about myself, is I'm pretty attuned to safety. And I think I've gotten fun in the last couple of years. I think I've worked enough with my parts that have performance anxiety to allow my sense of humor. I think this training can get serious, and it doesn't have to be serious all the time, that it actually can be really fun. Generally, how I operate, how I work is I will talk, I'll do a didactic piece, I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about, I'll have people explore what it means in their own inner system, and then they go off and they practice with each other. So that it's really on 4 levels. They're getting the information. And then with lots of time for processing the experience. So they're processing the learning of the material as it applies, and also having an opportunity to process what's happening inside of themselves. I think different people come for different reasons, but I do think it's a great training. It's a great clinical training. And generally, people have had some experience with IFS somewhere. And they go off, a 5-day here, a 3-day here, and it's really not enough information to apply the model. And I think our training is really great. I really do, because of, how we pay attention to all this that we've just been talking about. And I would say if somebody really wants to learn the model and learn to apply it, that the way to do it is in the training. I think the most profound change in me is me, and my ability to relax, my ability to trust myself, my ability to have faith in and trust my clients. I was a very, very hardworking and burnout psychotherapist before I took this training and started to apply it myself and apply it in myself, within myself. And so it's been very profound for me to stop working so hard and to trust this idea of self-energy and trust that the client is exactly where they need to be and they're on their own healing path, and it's not up to me. It's up to me to hold and facilitate, but not so much strive to fix or change or control an outcome. Well, I have had, probably in every training that I've done, there's been 1, 2, 3, in Portland, Oregon, I think there might have been 5, even 5 or 6 people who were non-therapists who were coming explicitly to learn how to apply IFS in, I think we had some coaches, we did have some body workers, we had teachers who, it's a paradigm shift, is what it is. It's a worldview, it's a change of worldview, a change of how we see each other and experience each other, and it's probably applicable anywhere, I would say. I hate to sound trite, but I think that I have learned to love myself, and I'm still in that process. I think it's an ongoing process, but I have learned about myself, I have learned to love myself, value myself, and I do